Okay, so we're back and we have a kind of smooth, this is actually a multi-purpose mixed media board, and I'm going to be working on the wee photograph of this wee landscape. And you saw me do this, you saw me do an edge. I'm going to paint it so it's like a postcard. So I'm actually going to put a frame using masking tape just up one side. And I'm going to work within this. Might not be totally straight. You can make sure yours is straight, but I want basically an edge, and I've got willow charcoal, and I'm just going to scuff. I'm using the side of my charcoal right along the edge of that masking tape, just pulling it off and in. I don't want a great big dark line, and I'm using a finger which is not clean, and I'm blending that in. Now that's quite harsh there. I'm going to skim up and down with my putty rubber. Just the straight line, just so I'm taking the kind of darker edge off it. I just want to make this really, really, really diffused. I want a wee bit more of an edge there, so you know it's a corner, and I'll just scuff it with my putty rubber, and then I am going, oh yeah, just be careful with your masking tape, folks. Just peeling that off, taking about the paper with me clearly. There we go. So we've got a kind of edge. It's not the best because I've actually managed to lift some of the paper off, but we'll fill that bit up. So I've got a nice clean edge which is going to give me a shadow, and I can add to that later on with a bit of my liquid charcoal if I fancy. Now I'm just going to do this really quickly because this is not about me doing a demo, a step-by-step demo. This is about me just giving you a project. This is what I'd like you to do this month. So I am going to just kind of batter this out really quickly. If I draw a line roughly where I think the image will sit, in there. I'm going to, thinking about my darks and my mid-tones, I'm blocking it in. I'm going to move Ailsa over to the left because this is a really bad composition. I'm just sitting her in there just now, and I'll scuff this lightly. So I want to get a nice base. So this is an underpainting, if you like. I'm softening it all right down. You can see it right through my nice white line. I'll take that back off. So I'm softening all that off just now. And then I'm looking at, we've got kind of houses here. We're going to miss these out and just do one wee kind of block of houses. We've got a field that's coming like that, and give that a nicer angle. I do like a nice angle, and we've actually got fields coming like this as well. And I look, I've got my specs off, I should put them back on. And we've got a really nice dark corner to frame another wee bit in there because we're a wee bit cute. And I'm blocking them in. I want these to be really dark, and they are going to frame my painting. I'm just going to blend that in a wee bit so it's no loosey-goosey all over the place, soften it up. And then we've got these kind of bushes which are defining our fields. It's just such a tactile medium. I'm just right now, I'm getting my darks in. A bit dark in there, darks. A bit darker in the sea there. you could do a masking tape line if you wanted. I've got some fields coming across here as well. Lots of different perspectives going on. And it's getting a wee bit darker up here near the detail. Now, what I could do is I could also use a pencil, charcoal pencil here, for more detail with the houses. You know me in detail, I'm not a big fan. So I've just put a rough idea of them in there. We dark in here. I'm going to miss it, these and that. I just want to get the basics in for you, so you have an idea what you're doing. We've got a nice vertical pole coming out in there, but I think that's no needed. And I'm then thinking about darkening up these trees. If you've skinny masking tape or, do you know the paper tape that you get? It's no caddy tape, is it? Everything can be called caddy, surely. I'm just blending these in a wee bit. I'm going to want some nice marks. You could use that skinny tape and leave it on. I'll darken this down a wee bit. I don't want too much detail in the foreground at these bushes because we want it to lead you up into the painting. That might do some nice bush marks, if you like. I'm going to darken the fields a wee bit along there so it's lighter and a stronger contrast in the foreground here. I'm going to make these a wee bit more like hedges. Such a nice feeling. I like these wee kind of suggestion lines. I mean, there's wee huts and everything in here. So now I'm going to go and start lifting off a wee bit. I'm going to lift off the sea a wee bit because it's coming forward a bit. And I'm just using my putty rubber to blend it a bit and lift off. There we go. I'm going to put some, just with a dirty finger, I'm going to rub, dirtying myself up on that, and I'm going to rub into the sky. I don't want to be using the charcoal to rub, but I just want some bit of mess, there we go. So you can see something. Take that lump off that I went past, and then I'm going to give Ailsa a wee bit of negative painting in the sea, so we're getting that nice line and get a wee bit of mark making in the sky, a wee bit of energy, so it's not just pure white. And I'm manipulating my wee piece of goo, putty rubber, put a wee line in here, you can see a wee line in front of her. A wee floating Ailsa. I've got my tiny wee bit of skinny if I want to start drawing in, which might be quite nice. Because I want to leave some marks. I don't want just it to be a total grayscale painting. I want to some exciting marks. That's quite nice. Take that wee tip off. I quite like the wee tip actually. See how gentle I can be with this. I can be so gentle. The line's too big. So it's just so friendly. Just a few marks. Blend them in a bit. I might lift off some definite horizontals in the sea, so we're getting that feeling of it drifting out. Take it in a wee bit lighter there. And then I'm going to get a wee bit of clean putty rubber. I'm going to turn this, sorry folks, I need to turn it so I can do the roofs. I want wee white roofs, because that's what I can see with the sun shining on them. You could also employ the use of a white pencil at this stage if you're working in a colour. I'm going to actually darken the sea behind these roofs so the roofs really stand out. There we go. A wee bit of light near the front of them. I'm going to be quite bold in my chimneys and in my windows. This essence of cottages. I want them to look like wee higgledy-piggledy seaside cottages there. I've got a bit of a doofer going on here that I want to lift off. I could just lift that off. I might use my skinny wee bit of charcoal to do a bit more drawing if I wanted to. I'm going to actually add more sort of perspective lines, which I quite like. And I think basically, folks, that's it. I might get a bit marking in here. Not too much, as I say, because I don't want you to be looking at this thinking, all right, there's that bit. And can I move forward? I want you straight in here, into the cottages, zoom, line straight up to the cottages, zoom, straight up to Ailsa Craig, and we're all happy bunnies with that lovely Z format, that Z composition that we've got going. So, I would like you to produce a value painting. It's all about contrast and the lights and the darks and the shades of grey in between. This could actually be a lovely wee painting. With lights and darks in between, I'll put a wee line round about. There we go. Clean that off. If you want to do it in a much more considered way, please do. If you want to just do a really nice, quick and easy one, please do. This is entirely up to yourself. But what you're looking for are strong lights, strong darks, and all the varying shades of grey in between. That there, I think, could be a wee bit shaded there when I see it in the camera. There we go. So we've got this really strong darks are right in the foreground and drifting away. I might even take a wee bit more off the sea at this side, so it's less of a line. I'll leave it a bit stronger at this side, and that balances the light here. So it's all about looking for the lights, the darks, the breaking of the willow charcoal. You can do it whatever charcoal you've got. You can do it as a whole mixture of the different charcoals, or you can just use one, whatever you've got to hand. This is what you call futtern. I've thoroughly enjoyed that, folks, thoroughly enjoyed that. So I hope you do too. And please post your tonal, your value paintings in the group. Let everybody see what they're doing. And thanks for joining me.